This week on Wildcat News, we find out why teachers are following you on social media.
Transfer students begin their adjustment to a new community.
And how we paid for a $1 million field house is explained.
All these stories and more coming up because Wildcat News starts now.
Good morning, West Johnston. I'm Eric Bean.
And I'm Catherine Sorrell. Eric, do you have any teachers following you on Twitter?
I do, but I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, we spoke with a few people this week about the issue.
I think it's okay for teachers to follow students on Twitter. They can't tell you what not to post, and I mean, as long as they're not doing anything that they shouldn't be doing, I think it's okay. I don't really like following teachers on Twitter. I just follow my friends and stuff that I like, and when I'm away from school, I like to be away from school.
I don't think it's appropriate for teachers to be following students because that's like our personal lives and they should only see us in like a school setting. Not that I do anything wrong, I just don't think that they should be seeing my personal life outside of school.
One teacher who is particularly active on social media explains why she believes it is appropriate to follow students.
I think it's appropriate for teachers to be on Twitter just to get information out there, to get information about West Johnston out there. I know I like to retweet tennis scores, football scores, and club activities. I just like seeing what the kids are up to. You shouldn't be putting anything bad up there anyway, so I think it's great that teachers are on there and interacting with their kids over the internet.
Adjusting to new people and a new school can be extremely hard.
Anastasia and Esky shares how transfer students are adapting to their new school.
Many transfer students are here for different reasons yet share similar struggles.
The reason why I moved was because I moved to Johnston County and they would not let me finish at my previous school, which was Garner.
The reason I transferred was because my mom was looking for a job and she couldn't get one in Alabama.
Adjusting to a new environment is always a challenge, especially during such a crucial time in one's life.
The hardest thing about leaving was probably leaving my teachers and the IB program at Garner.
The hardest thing for me leaving was leaving my friends and people I loved.
I'm adjusting pretty well to West. I mean, it's a little bit different with the whole more people and everything, but adjusting is pretty easy. My favorite thing about West would probably be the football team. I mean, they look pretty good.
I was overly joyed about the fact that I was coming here to West because I do know some people here, and that made me a lot more comfortable than if I were to know no one.
The change will hopefully become a normality for our new students, making our school their home.
I definitely feel welcomed at West. Everyone is super nice and the teachers are great.
I feel welcome at this school because, I mean, everybody's really friendly. Teachers are pretty cool.
I'm Anastasia Esky, Wildcat News.
Now over to Jamie Snover with the rundown.
I'm Jamie Snover and welcome to the rundown. Here's the last week's scores for fall athletics. Wednesday, the girls' tennis team traveled to Garner, winning 7-2. Volleyball hosted Triple S, winning 3-0, and varsity and JV soccer hosted Rolesville, winning 3-2 for varsity and 4-1 for JV. Thursday, volleyball traveled to Harnett Central, winning 3-2. Friday, varsity football traveled to Middle Creek, one of the top teams in the state, ending with a 56-0 loss. Monday, varsity tennis hosted Knightdale, winning 8-1. Varsity soccer traveled to Southeast Raleigh, losing 2-3. Here's a look at the game of the week.
Varsity soccer hosted the Rolesville Rams last Wednesday. With 9 minutes and 56 seconds left in the second half, number 1, Levi Martin, scores the first goal, tying it up 1-1. Austin Stevens scores a goal to take the lead with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second half, bringing the score up 2-1. Number 7, Austin Stevens, scores another goal with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second half after an assist from number 3, Brendan Boyd, to secure the win, ending the game 3-2.
The construction of the field house has raised many questions and concerns for parents, students, and faculty members. We spoke with Superintendent Dr. Ed Kroom about how the budget allowed for the new construction.
There are two sets of budgets. One is a current expense budget. So that's how I pay teachers out of a current expense budget. Then you have capital outlay budget. Capital outlay budget is a budget set aside for any type of capital project that may be built. A tennis court project or a sidewalk project that costs less than $100,000 or even $50,000, we use fund balance money to pay for as opposed to long-term financing. But obviously, a field house is important, especially to the West Johnston community. But it does not supersede the importance of building an elementary school somewhere if they're overcrowded. So we have to prioritize that facility plan.
Football coach Tony Satimi discusses how the athletic department will benefit from the field house.
We're the only school right now that doesn't have a field house. Now that we do have one, I think it's going to take pressure off of the athletic programs here in more ways than people can imagine, and that's the huge plus. And just, we got great facilities here now as it is, and to add this is huge. The field house is going to allow us to store football equipment, helmets, shoulder pads in the off season, pads, buckles, snaps, everything that we have as far as football equipment will be housed in there, which is nice. So storage is key. There's going to be a meeting room in there where coaches can get around and study for next week's opponent. It's going to be an air-conditioned facility with restrooms and a training room, which will be great in case of an emergency situation.
Kroom answers why a field house was not included in the construction of our school.
Ever since the school was built, we've had parents say to us, we need a field house because it's not practical for the teams to have to go all the way up to the main building to dress out or what have you. When they hear it over and over and over and over, they say, look, this has been a need for 10 years, we need to get something done. So it makes the priority list. Just because we're building a field house up here, I know there's more needs at West Johnston. The parking lot's a huge issue. Tennis courts are going to need resurfacing. But you have to take what you hear and try to be as equal as you can and be as fair to students as you can and to the taxpayers you can and work through that list.
Be sure to visit wjstudentmedia.com or click on the link in the description box for more information on the field house. Tonight, JV and varsity soccer host East Wake. JV plays at 4:30 and varsity plays at 6. Cross country travels to East Wake for a meet at 5. Tennis travels to Rollsville for a match at 3:30. Thursday, JV football travels to Rollsville. Kickoff is at 6:30. JV and varsity volleyball travel to Garner. JV plays at 4:30 and varsity plays at 5:30. The ladies golf team travels to Reedy Creek for a match at 4. Friday, varsity football hosts Roseville. Kickoff is at 7. Saturday, cross country travels to NC State for the Wolfpack run at 8 a.m. Monday, JV and varsity soccer travel to Harnett Central. JV plays at 4:30 and varsity plays at 6:30. Ladies tennis hosts Southeast Raleigh for a match at 3:30. Tuesday, JV and varsity volleyball hosts Knightdale. JV plays at 4:30 and varsity plays at 5:30. Ladies golf travels to River Ridge for a match at 4. Come out and support all your fall athletes. I'm Jamie Snover, and that's your week's rundown.
Thanks, Jamie.
With over 1,000 students passing through the halls each day, there are countless stories to be told. This week, Ray Kemp caught up with Summer Lanier.
Summer Lanier talks about her passion of drawing and what she plans to do with her art.
I've been drawing since I was young. I've just always doodled and sketched, and I guess over the years I've gotten better. I've taken art classes in middle school and elementary school, but I haven't taken a class at West yet, but I have it next semester and I'm in art club, but I'm mostly self-taught. I draw almost every day. I bring my sketchbook everywhere I go, so I'm always drawing and I'm always just doodling. Most of the things I draw are a style called Zentangle, and it's just a series of patterns and it really helps you relax, and it's just mostly in black and white.
Lanier talks about why she appreciates art and what it does for her.
I draw because I just love all art and I appreciate all art, and I just think that if someone creates something and they put it out there for the world to see, that I just really appreciate it, and I just want to share it with everybody, and it really relaxes me, and it's just something fun to do. In the future, I don't see myself being an artist or my art being in museums. I want to be an architect when I grow up, so I guess I'll be drawing in that area rather than doodling and stuff.
I'm Ray Kemp, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Ray.
Well, that's all for us this week. If you have any comments, questions, or story leads, email us at wjstudentmedia@gmail.com or send us a tweet at wjstudentmedia.
And if you want to watch Wildcat News at home, on the go, or catch up on past episodes, go to wjstudentmedia.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Catherine Sorrell.
And I'm Eric Bean. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of the week.